What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Caveman Mods. Today sorry about the brightness, it's a little bright out here. We're going to show you a little bit of kind of what we've been doing, where we're at, and a little bit of the progress that we've made on this truck. We haven't done a whole hell of a lot. I was on vacation last week, so didn't get to post anything up. Didn't record any content. Come home from work and immediately went straight to vacation, so didn't do anything last week. But let me get to it here. I'll show you guys what we've been doing, what we're going to do, and how we're going to go about doing it. So stay tuned. All right. I'm going to go through here a little bit. You know, I'm still working with the electrical. Got a bunch of it done already, but still working on a bunch of other stuff. You see I got a couple jumper wires right here and another one over there. Trying to figure it all out. I got my running lights figured out. Got my clearance lights figured out. Got to get my blinkers, turn signals, whatever you want to call them. Got to get them figured out. A couple other things, but that's just a pain. You know, I'm slow going with that, but it's not as difficult as it seems, really. We're going to start messing with these doors, get them taken apart, get all that old sound deadener on there taken off. We're going to put new sound deadener. I got some stuff, it's called Noico sound deadener. It's pretty good. It's fairly cheap and not that hard to install. So we got to get this off. We got a couple screws here on this side that are stuck. They don't want to come out, so we're going to get them drilled out. We're going to take this off. This is actually going to get left off anyways. So we get up here to, well, you know what, matter of fact, so I was having an issue with my wipers, and there's a bar right back in here. It's not there currently. I took it out already. Let me get up here where you guys can see. There's a bar that goes across from right over here, connects to the wipers on that side right there. I don't know if you can see that, but so anyways, and of course you got the motor right here. So some reason this side over here kept getting hung up, and I couldn't figure out why. They had some rigged up stuff on here. They had a flat piece of metal back here, and it wasn't working out right. The whole whatever they tried to do, it was just rigged up and it was garbage. So took it all apart yesterday, and we realized that there's a big gaping hole right here. It's supposed to be just big enough, you know, about that big around, if that, to fit the shaft through, and then the wiper bolts on the other side. Well, that was just, it was all screwed up. So I went through here, fiberglass this. It's fairly solid. I'm gonna go through and put a couple more few more coats of resin on it, a couple more layers of fiberglass, and we're gonna get that strengthened up. I'll show you the front up here and let you see what all we've done to try to strengthen that up. Give me 1 second here. All right, so here's what we got going on the front. I went through, sanded all this down, straight down on both sides. The maroon is the actual color of the truck used to be, the factory color. So I got it all down past the gel coat, down to straight fiberglass. Got it all resined in. It's solid as can be. It ain't going nowhere. So we got that fixed. I got to get this gap back in here. And I'm probably going to put one more layer on the front because I do have a low spot right here. But which is okay, because about right here is where the hole's going to be. You see how big that shaft is supposed to be on that wiper over there. But the entire thing, all the way around, was just broke. So hopefully we can get that strengthened up. You know, like I said, I got it fiberglassed all the way down to the edges, and we're gonna get it fixed up the best we can. Of course, you see now my windshield is cracked, so I'm gonna have to go about getting a new windshield. Not a big deal, but as far as the rest of the truck goes, currently working on getting these steps off because we don't need them, and then I'm gonna get that post off there for the quarter fender. We're gonna take them off, and of course I got to get the steps off on this side. Not a big deal. Currently working through this whole mess right here. I've got some of this stuff sorted out. Like this is all garbage. Let's see, yeah, like this whole harness right here, it's not connected to anything. The original motor on this truck was the Cummins 444, and they took it out and put this Cummins Big Cam 4400, which is okay by me. Here soon also, my fan shroud. I've got the old one in the garage over there. But I'm gonna take it to a buddy of mine's shop, and they do fabrication work. We're gonna make a stainless steel or an aluminum shroud. That's a two-piece shroud I can bolt together right here, right in this area somewhere on both sides. That way I can actually take it apart without having to take the fan and everything else off. And I think it's just gonna make life a little bit easier. Also trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna go about doing it, but we're gonna put the dual fuel line set up. It's hard to see, but there's, yeah, I know, my compressor's loose. I'll get to that in a second, but we're gonna go through here. It's hard to see. I gotta take all this off the front so you can see it. But back in there's another port where I can add a secondary fuel line and the return also. So I gotta run 2 new fuel lines off the front of this back into here into the PT pump, which is this right here. It's Cummins PT pump, which is the fuel pump. Go through, get that done. We're gonna run 1/2-inch fuel lines for intake. We're gonna run 1/4-inch fuel lines on the return, both sides. And I don't know, we're definitely going to run it all the way down to the fuel pump. I don't know if I'm going to go through and replace these. A lot of these lines, this is a newer line, and these lines, I know they don't look like it, but they are actually newer lines. I found the receipt in the truck when I got it, and this guy had them probably replaced, I think it was about 3 years prior to me purchasing the truck, so these are not that old. I may just go ahead and run with them for the time being. Maybe later after I get this thing start making some money, we'll get that all figured out. But and trying to get all this crap figured out. You know, this is all the rigged up stuff they had for the lights, which everything down here is all disconnected, and this is just a mess. But I'm getting it figured out. Not a big deal. As far as this goes right here, I'm gonna go through the AC in the truck. Works. I didn't think it wasn't working, but come to find out is because clutch was slipping on this because it wasn't tight enough. And what I found out is whatever this ghetto crap is right here that they've rigged up, it's just not working. So I'm going to go through some online company, I don't remember the name of it right off top, but I'm going to put turnbuckles on this side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side for the alternator. That way I don't have to deal with this ghetto crap. I mean, stuff like that's just going to break, and you know, I'm not about doing stuff that way. So we're going to fix that up, and we're just going to continue going forward with everything that we're really trying to do with it. You know, there's a lot of things, a lot of little small projects that we have, and in the long run, I mean, it's all tedious. You know, I need to go through and get all these filled in, get all the rod out, cleaned up, and hopefully I can save these. You know, I don't want to go through and have to replace all these panels. I mean, I'm not a rich man, not yet. One of these days, hopefully, but you know, there's a lot of work needs to be done back here. All this stuff is fairly irrelevant though, because it doesn't stop me from doing everything I need to do up here. What I need to operate the truck is from here forward, all the work that needs to be done. So basically everything back here is done other than tires. You know, I got new airbags on it. I got new brakes on it. It's got new airlines. Well, most of the airlines are fairly new, but it's not in bad shape. So we're gonna move forward and try to figure out how to get some of this done. I'll get back with you guys here in a little bit, and we'll let you know how things turn out. All right, guys, back again here. I'm gonna let you know kind of what we've got accomplished today. That's my dad over there. Silly old man back there in the back. So I guess we'll go ahead, and since he's got our attention crap over there, then sorry about being all shaky and stuff, everybody, but since he's got our attention over there, we're gonna go ahead and go over there and show you what he's doing on that side. Well, this is what he's been over here working on all day, trying to get the rest of this sanded down. You know, we got a couple spots needs to be finished up. Just trying to get it smoothed out. And of course, this is the header panel. It's going up right there, well, right there above the dash, right there where the windshield is, at the very top of the windshield. Double din head unit, 6.5, 5 1/4 tweeters. Same on this side. So that's what he's got going on over here. He's doing a pretty damn good job, if I do say so myself. Got this side mainly smoothed down. Probably gonna hit it with one more layer of resin, or we may just throw body filler. Hell, I may get some gel coat and throw gel coat over it. But we're trying to get it as smooth as possible, you know, without sanding into the fiberglass. So getting that done. Forgive my garage, guys, it is a mess, but that's what happens when you're a mad scientist, I guess. So I got that in there, fiberglass again. I've got a total of, I believe, 14 layers of fiberglass on that sucker, and I don't think it's going anywhere. You see where it's cleaned up on both sides, so I mean, I've got it extended all the way out past the hole, all the way to both ends. And then did the same on the front here. Put 2 more layers on the front. Another thick coat of resin over top of it after it dried. I'm gonna have to go in along that seam, you know, cut that seam back in to make it look factory. I'm gonna do my best. I still got that low spot right there in the center, but like I said, a big portion of it's gonna be drilled out. I'm gonna probably put 1 more layer right there in the front, maybe throw a couple little pieces of fiberglass in it. But other than that, I haven't done anything with the electrical today. Let's see, got these steps taken off, so I'll step back so you guys can kind of have a good look at it. With the steps removed, I mean, it looks substantially different. That was a pain in the ass. Yeah, pardon my language. Still got the holes in the frame. Just put a couple bolts back in it, you know, because I can show you on this side, you know, of course you got your cross support right here, your cross member. So there's 2 bolts on that side, and there was 2 bolts on this side here. Just put 1 right here just for now. Back here, this is actually where the double frame starts. Yeah, you can't really see it on that side, but double frame starts right here, goes down this way, and it's double framed all the way out the back. So I'm gonna go through, put new hardware in right here. Take some of these extra bolts out. I went ahead and took, this was already off, but I'll get back to those in a second. Got this side off, did the same thing, you know, I threw that 1 extra bolt back in there, just that way I got some support on this cross member here. Truck's not moving, it ain't going anywhere, so I'm okay with it the way it's sitting right at the moment. But same, I'm gonna replace all that hardware because it's just old, rotted out, rusted, you know. That's what we're working with here. And these are nylocks, and they're not in the best shape, you know, that plastic or the nylon that's in them, they're shot, so we're gonna get rid of that. This is coming off as well as this little piece right here, and we're gonna put a flat deck plate running all the way up, tuck it up under the sleeper. We're gonna cut around the solid body mounts there, tuck it up in there, that way it looks nice and clean back here. Of course, we're gonna paint the frame, 5th wheel, all that. Still working on the electrical, haven't got that done, but I got these painted today. And of course, this is the spot on my dash for the pyrometer, or pyrometer, whatever you call it, you know, everybody's different. They're dirty right now, well, dusty. I wet sanded them a little bit. I ain't finished with them. I got to clear coat them a little bit more. It was so hot out here that the paint, or the clear coat, started to wrinkle up right here in the center, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit more sanding on this one. And it started to do the same with this one and this one. Neither one of these 2 were as bad as that one right there, so, but when it's all said and done, it's hard to see, but when I got a good smooth clear coat over top of it, it'll all come back out. There's a lot of flake in this, and it's gunmetal gray, or supposed to be gunmetal gray. That's the color we're going to paint the truck. Frame, everything's going to go blue, engine's going to go blue, interior's going to be blue, truck's going to be gray. So that's about where we're at for the day. I know it doesn't seem like we really got a lot done, but it's been hot here. I think the temperature today was 105, 106 degrees. Man, we've been dying all day. My shirt is soaking wet. I guarantee you my shirt weighs 10 pounds. So that's pretty much where we're at with this. Oh, there we go. Got a little wasp right there. I almost stuck my hand on him. Little guy. Yeah, pretty treacherous. They got my dad earlier today. Stuck him on his nose right here and on the side over there. Got him good. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna start cleaning up some of this mess before it gets any darker. Gotta leave for work later on the night, so we're gonna keep picking away at it, trying to get stuff done. You know, the more stuff I get done now, we're just narrowing everything down. So all this little stuff eventually is gonna add up to a finished product sooner or later, I hope. As long as I don't run out of money. I gotta get these headlights finished. We're going back with LED headlights. Here, let me swap this camera around. All right, we're going back with LED headlights. I've already got them. Got new buckets, everything to go in here. I gotta fix all this wires that they got chopped up. The turn signal that goes here, we got the flat one. It's LEDs. Every light that's gonna go in this truck is gonna be LED. I'm getting rid of all the incandescent bulbs. I cleaned this housing up a little bit. You know, I sanded it down. I haven't buffed it, polished it, or anything like that, but I got all the nastiness off of it that I could. Truck's been wrecked slightly, not bad. So I got that damage to deal with at some point in time. Right now, I don't care, man. I just need this truck out here making me some money one of these days, and the sooner the better. So this is what it did look like. You know, you can see the difference. Actually, that side was way worse. So, and whoever painted it, they painted this truck with spray paint. Freaking idiots. I don't know who in their right mind would do that, but I mean, look at how bad this is, you know. And the roof is worse. They painted so much at once, they didn't let it dry right, and it just wrinkled up, man. The top looks like an 80-year-old man's freaking arms or something. It's wrinkled up bad, dude. But anyways, got a bunch of little things going on with it. You know, I gotta fix that. I gotta get that all filled in. Trying to figure out what I'm doing with these mirror brackets that go right here. You know, the inside of it is a mess. That looks treacherous, but all of that, the biggest majority of it is already done. So, and in case you guys didn't know, this is just my temporary jumper wire, but I'm using those new connections on all the electrical. The what do you call it? It's all heat shrink and low temp solder, and this is a glue right here and right here on this side. But yeah, all you do is you slide these on. Of course, you twist your wires together really good and throw your heat gun on them, and man, they solder themselves together basically. That's the only connections I'm using on this truck. But yeah, the rest of it is it's a pretty big mess. Not gonna lie to you, but let's see here. Boom. See all those blue lights we got in there? Yeah, that's gonna be for all my gauges. It's gonna look good when we're done with it. So, this is a constant hot. That's why I got it hanging down there on that rag. I don't want it touching anything. So, but got a bunch of stuff in here. I got to finish getting wrapped up. And here coming soon, guys, we're going to start throwing the interior in this truck. I got quite a bit more stuff to do. You know, I got to fill these holes. Sorry about the mess once again. Some more fiberglass that didn't stick. Anyways, I mean, I don't know what these guys were thinking. This isn't the only hole like this in the truck, actually. There's one on the firewall also. So I'm going to fiberglass it in the best I can, but it's freaking stupid, man. I don't understand why somebody would do that. Also, this is the back. You know, the driver's seat goes right here. Right here. The idiot who owned this truck, and yes, he is a freaking idiot. You cut something like that, dude, you're an idiot. There's no other word for you. That is just the dumbest thing ever. Anyways, so the guy drilled some holes here and there, also here and there, and he had a little 1500 watt power inverter bolted to the back of the cab. So I've got to go in, and it's hard to see, but I can't even get my arm in there. But right here and right up there, you can't really see. But anyways, yeah, there was 4 bolts there, and I don't get it. You know, some of the stuff that people do to these trucks surprised the heck out of me. I haven't done anything with my batteries yet. Still running the old batteries in the truck. Of course, they're strong as can be. You know, the truck will fire right up. No issues. As soon as I find the button here. It fires right up. Don't worry about all the white smoke. It's a big cam coming. That's what they do. So, after it gets warmed up, it'll quit all that. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down though, because one, I ain't got my seats in. I'm leaking a bunch of air inside here, you know, on that side and this side right here where the seats hook up to. So we ain't gonna sit here and listen to all that. There's no need. I actually had the truck fired up yesterday, so I try to fire it up every couple of days, or at least once a week. Make sure my batteries are staying charged up. See, I even broke one of the bolts off that was holding these on. They had these things on there. Whoa, freaking wasp. These things they've been messing with us all day. That dude has a problem. Anyways, they had these on here. You know, this is what held that funky tire mount right there that they had back here. I mean, it's whoever had this truck should be ashamed of themselves. Some of the stuff that I've had to go through and fix is just ridiculous. This is the old metal that went under the bunk. Of course, you can see we had to grind all the rivets out and everything. We're not putting that back in whatsoever. Actually, everything's going to be wood that goes back in it. So we're going to update everything. We're going to keep plugging away at it and moving ahead. These are the other bolts that were on this side. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. Not trying to make a show truck. Just trying to make a good looking work truck, man. That's it. You know, I need this thing making money. This is what I'm going to build my empire off of. So it looks a whole lot better without them steps, I say. Or if I do say so myself. Soon enough here, we're going to be working on a paint job. Probably going to end up painting it myself. To figure out how I'm going to go about doing that, because I don't have a booth. But I do have a yard big enough that I can build a booth. So that may be what we do. I'm not quite sure yet. I may just put a wrap on it. I ain't sure. But, you know, I got a couple little dents right there and right over there. So I got to get them filled in. That's stuff I'm not worried about right now. Just a bunch of little things here and there.